in waiting for this IPCC report to come out, I of course wanted to know what Greta thought about it. She has her expectations going into it, and she responded thusly. The new IPCC report contains no real surprise. Actually, do you want to read this, Francesca? Would you prefer to read this?
It confirms what we already know from thousands previous studies and reports, that we are in an emergency. It's a solid but cautious summary of the current best available science. It doesn't tell us what to do. It is up to us to be brave and to take decisions based on scientific evidence provided in these reports. We can still avoid the worst consequences, but not if we continue like today, and not without treating the crisis like a crisis.
Somewhere Greta is watching that thinking, wait, did I record that?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, and look, she's right. Again, it doesn't.
I got verklempt just doing my impression of her getting passionate. That's how both amazing she is and amazing I am. And I'm just gonna do my own over.
By the way, someone in the audience was worried because they're like, is Greta going backwards? Francesca just called her a preteen. Anyway,
you're right, she's older, she is. She's on the cover of Vogue.
She's 30 now. Anyway, yes, so she's right. I mean, there are implications for what should be done, but I would say, look, could I give you the best possible top 10 list of things that we should do? Maybe not, but I do think that on the list, I would try to fit doing literally anything. I think that would be a nice change of pace. Yeah, I just like, here's what I know. We have everything we need to fix this. We have all the knowledge, we have all the technology, we have all the resources. We do not have to, nor can we afford to wait for some sort of massive screen that flies through the air and sucks up carbon and turns it into Tamagotchis. Like, we don't need that. It's probably not gonna come, and it'll be too late if it does. We have everything we need now. The only thing we don't have is politicians who will mandate that it be done. That you literally ban the internal combustion engine, that you like force the renovation of buildings, that you change our mass scale industrial agriculture, that you mandate all of this. You start building solar and wind power, and I will tell you when you can stop. Don't ask me, I will call you when you can stop. Just do it. Set up massive battery banks. Regional battery banks to store power, to get us through the fact that obviously renewable energy is usually best at certain times of day and not at others. We can fix that. If we can fit it in a car, we can do massive factory ones. And if it wins over the libertarians, you can involve Elon Musk. I'd really prefer that you don't, but if you have to, you can. We can do all of this, but instead we'll just spend a few more years saying, I don't really know. Maybe we need new technology or something. Like, should we do something? I don't know. Do we really want to hurt some coal company in West Virginia that's been living large for decades and decades and decades, killing us, killing its workers? How much murder exactly are we supposed to let them get away with? Anyway, obviously there's a lot that could be said here, but Francesca, what are your thoughts? How's it gonna play out?
I want you in charge, Secretary of Energy, number one. And number two, I think you're absolutely right. Look, we are beyond making the moral, the political, the scientific case on climate change, okay? We cannot get waylaid in arguing with Fox News pundits and right wingers about whether or not we need to do these things. We know we need to do these things. It is an apolitical thing. It is as apolitical as wearing a mask and getting a vaccine to stop the spread of a global pandemic and a virus, right? Which we know has been politicized, but I think we have to stop getting everyone's buy-in and just do it and show the proof in the actual results, right? That, and look, if you are weather fitting, if you're putting solar panels, if you're using alternative energy, when it comes to federal buildings, right? Let's start there at least, right? Like, what can we do now? What can we do today? What can the president do unilaterally, right? And I think all of these things, I mean, God, we talk about budget reconciliation and all of that. Guess what? It's gonna take a good amount of money to do all of these things to actually get us on the right course. Let's do it through the budget reconciliation. We've got 51 votes. Just do it. Let's just do it right now. Let's not even haggle over it. Who cares about bipartisanship, right? And that's where we have to it has to dawn on us. The other thing I'm just gonna say, two more points and I'll shut up. But one is, it is too late for sure. And we have to actually protect ourselves and all communities from the impacts of climate change, right? That is coming. We are seeing the effects of the industrial age now, right? So if we're seeing what happened in like the 30s hitting us 100 years later, imagine what is to come. Oh my God. So no matter what it takes, we need to prepare against the effects that are going to come, because it is in large part, in some parts, too late. The second thing is, we cannot be cynical, because if you pay attention, the right wing is super cynical about this. They love talking about climate change in this like, well, we'll all be dead. Well, I'll have my money. I have a bunker. F everybody else. I can build the walls around my own, palace, McCloskey style. Straight up. This is how they feel. They want us to be cynical. And if you realize that and you recognize that, and you recognize the most radical thing we can do right now is to have hope and to work and organize, then we got this. We can do this.
I think that's a good point to end on. We will check in for tomorrow's show and see to what extent people are taking this seriously, to what extent the right wing is trying to gaslight around this. But for now, that's what we've got.
For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.